Hey, Steve Basic Architect. Yes, we are out at our Moonshiners Dream project. I thought maybe let's jump around and we'll talk about a whole bunch of little details on the project, including the ghosts that are here that keep wanting to close this door on me. So anyways, stay tuned. We're talking details and more details. All right, so moving down the building. Down here, they have a bunch of the siding. Take this off here. I'm gonna bring it down here. So this is a Miratech. You can't see it. It's an MDO board. And so this board got 2 layers of primer, which is the gray stuff, on all 6 sides. And then if I flip this over, it has the finish coat here, and notice that it's finish coat on this jamb there and on the side here, not on the back side. So basically 2 coats of the color on 3 sides. And the reason for that is we're going to go down there, and in a couple details you're going to see we have an open joint vertical rain screen system here that's happening. So let's go check that out. So we're down here. Obviously you can see they've started putting on the siding. It's our standard rain screen system, but because it's an open joint, which means if I look inside here, I can actually see to the back wall. I don't want to see, I don't want to tear that up. What I don't want to see is, what I don't want to see is when I look through, see the green here, right? So I need to cover that. And what I'm covering it with, you just can't cover it with anything. We actually put up this Invisirap. And what this is it's a UV protected membrane. It's by Benjamin Obdyke, and it goes on, so when I look through those joints, I see black. All right, so we talked a little bit about the Invisirap. Let's talk about the UV batten. Yes. UV batten, thank you, Steve. So UV batten strip, I'll come to you with this. That's what it looks like in profile. So you can see, if we mount this vertically, it's got these channels that water runs down. If we mount it horizontally, it has those V grooves which allow water to migrate down should I install this in a horizontal fashion, which is exactly what we did here. You can see cap nailed, water comes down. And it does, those little V grooves, it's amazing how much water goes down. Plus remember, it's an open joint rain screen. This is a maximum ventilated wall system. The only way to get more ventilation on this is to not put siding up, right? It doesn't get much better. So anyways, UV batten strip, again, just by like our Invisirap, Benjamin Obdyke, you can go on, I believe these come in like 4-foot strips. So you cut them, you put them up, siding goes right over the top, and you can see I can slide my finger, very easily behind there. So we have a really good airspace. All right, next detail, open joint rain screen. I've done them a couple times before. Here it is again. So we have the, what is it? I hate this red black, or I hate this red. I hate red is the paint color here. But yeah, we're going for the barn red look here. And you can see open joint rain screen. So water, air, it's free to migrate in there because of our protection. We don't have to worry about water going in. This allows our wall to dry out. We have the space. The other thing here is notice we have very wide board, modest board, narrower board, narrowest board, and they're in a random pattern. So we're just trying to kind of mimic the idea of an old barn where, I went and I cut down a bunch of trees, I got a bunch of boards, I painted them, let's put them up, and they're going to be random widths because every tree in the forest is pretty much a different width from the tree standing next to it. So we get different widths. And for a long house like this, we're probably on the order of close to 80 feet. You don't want the monotony of a 1x8 or a 1x6 everywhere. This really helps break it up in what I think is a really, really nice fashion. So anyways, open joint, rain screen, multiple widths on the boards. All right, so I made my way back. This is kind of a detail, but it's more of a kind of space planning detail, if you will. So we put scissor trusses in. I'm standing in. This is a 3-car carport that's accessed from behind the camera. You pull up, giant patio, 3 cars can park in here very, very comfortably. You can still walk across the front. But we also put the scissor trusses in there to give a little larger volume, but also we knew we were going to hang our HVAC systems up there, get them up off of the ground, because we have this whole walk around porch protection. We didn't really want to put them on the porch, and they have to have a pretty close proximity to the house. So the solution was to come back here and hang them from the roof trusses. And the mechanical room is literally right behind there. So it's, yeah, I love it when a plan comes together. All right, so this isn't one specific detail. This is looking at kind of a system of details, if you will. So in this house here, we have our Zip R9. It's our primary air barrier. You tape off the zip, that takes care of the field. It takes care of all of the joints. Now, some people don't believe that you can leave the nail heads open, and they want to cover them. That was the case here. So you can see we have some pink splotches here where we have Proseco, we have blue, which is Polyguard, and we do have some black somewhere, which is Liquid Flash and the tape. But basically all of the nail heads have been treated. Also notice up there, notice all the penetrations as they come through the wall, they have all been treated. So this is a detail that's literally about the details. If you saw the other video where I think I revealed it when I was walking around the inside, we hit 0.05 for an air tightness test on here. You don't get to 0.05 without paying attention to every detail. And when I say every detail, I mean every wire, every hose, every connection, every nail head, every seam. You got to get those details right. And if you get them right, like I said, you end up with one of the most airtight houses in America, for sure. It's definitely up there at the top of the list. So anyways, kudos to Clayton for doing one hell of a job on the details. And you can see our HVAC system hanging from the roof there. We have met all of the clearances required. We can drive under here, we can walk under here. They're not in our way, they're not around our perimeter. It works very, very well. All right, so if you're a subscriber, thank you very much. If you're not a subscriber, smash that subscribe button. Go tell all your friends, hey, you gotta go down there and check out the video, Moonshiner's Dream, right? You wanna see what it's all about. So until next time, I'm Steve Baczek, architect. Long live our buildings.